Kefalonia. I thought today I'd take you on a little stroll along the harbour front of Argostoli. It's a little bit windy, so if you can hear that in the background, I do apologise. I'm going to turn the camera around just shortly, but in the background you can see where we're going to be walking to. So this is halfway along the harbour front, and we're going to be walking back into the direction of Camping Argostoli. This is about a 5-minute drive away. It's quite quiet today because it's Sunday. A few of the shops are shut, so not as busy as normal days. It can get quite busy down here. But the spot I'm standing in at the moment, if I turn around, is the main spot and the prime spot for turtle watching. Now, not a great time at the moment. Water's a little bit choppy, but about 8-9 o'clock in the morning, the turtles follow the fishing boats in because they know they're going to get a tasty snack. This bit here, so they come around. This bit here, next to the coffee shop and the garage, is the best spot for seeing the turtles. This bit up to where the catamaran is there is usually lined with fishing boats, so we'll definitely be able to get them. I was hoping we'd see them this afternoon, but there isn't much luck. So up this way, I'll take you down there another time, but up this way there's a huge fruit and veg market and lots of restaurants and coffee shops and bars. Generally the coffee shops and bars are on the side road and their seating is waterside. So it's very, very, very pretty and a lovely place to come down and grab a coffee and a bite to eat. We're just going to walk you back up. So we're going to have a little walk along the promenade. So Argostoli town, they call it the capital city. It isn't a huge city, but it's got everything you need. So bars, restaurants, banks, supermarkets. But like I say, it's Sunday today, so quite a few of the places are shut. It is a little windy, so I do apologise. You can see the mountain view in the background. Just opposite is a little harbour where you can moor your boats. Then we're going to walk along. Hi Paul, thanks for joining us again. We can always rely on you on tuning in. At least I know I'm not talking to myself. But yep, I'm with you. The wine is super cheap and super tasty as well. Especially if you walk into the traditional shops. They've got lots of traditional produce. Olive oil, olives. Yeah, it is a little bit too windy today. I will try and shout just so you can hear me. The wind's picked up quite a bit. It's much needed because it's been very, very hot. Hopefully I'll find a shelter spot in the moment you'll be able to hear. Hi Helen, the nearest airport is Kefalonia Airport and it's 20 minutes drive from Camping Argostoli. You can get direct flights from end of March through to the beginning of November, and then you can get a flight from Athens and then over to here. Okay, so we're just going to have a little walk round. They've nearly done the harbour front. This was completed last year, so it's all brand new. We're just walking up to a little sign now. It's a great sign to have photos taken, but they call it the Marmite sign. They call it the Marmite sign in Kefalonia because you either love it or you hate it. It's great for the tourists, but it only stays here through the season and then they pack it away in the winter time so it doesn't upset the locals. There we go. So this here is the Marmite sign, the I love Kefalonia sign. Luckily the wind's dropped a little bit as well, so I'm in a sheltered spot. Like I say, great photo opportunity for people. but the locals absolutely hate it. They really, really do. As you can see, lots of people taking photos. I think they hate it, Dee, because, well, it attracts tourists, but they all thought it was a tacky sign. But if anything, it attracts people down into the town to have their photos taken. So they're stuck in their ways, so they don't like anything new, unfortunately. But I've had my photo taken in front of it, and so's my family, so I don't hate it. As we walk along, you can see all of the boats. So quite a few of these are private boats, so they're privately owned. But as we walk along, if you enjoy boat trips and boat rides, this is the place to come. Now, I know a few of the boats that go out. There's the Lady O, the Queen Bee, there's a glass bottom boat, and there's Dreamy Cruise. They're all very competitive in price. They all generally do the same trips, but like I say, I can't recommend any because I absolutely hate going on boats. It's not for me. So the best thing to do is to just come down here in the evening when all the boats are back from their day trips, talk to the crews and just pick one that suits you. But these are all the boats that come in. There's absolutely beautiful boats that come in a little bit further down past the customs. Hi Anita, we're in Kefalonia, we're in Argostoli in Kefalonia, one of the Greek islands. We have a campsite here called Camping Argostoli, so check out the website and you can get all the details on there for the campsite. There we go, so these little bits where there's gaps, that's where you can come and hire boats. You can also hire the little small boats out as well for the day. Little mini speed boats, great for a day trip. Then we're just coming up to the glass bottom boat, which is one of the bigger boats. But it's a lovely place to come and wander along, lovely in the evenings, and it's really, really pretty at Christmas time as well because they put lights all along the palm trees. So parking, just if you're ever coming down here in the car, there's parking along the sides of the road, but there's two big car parks just up the end of the road as well, so you're probably better off parking in the car parks and having a wander down instead of trying to park in a car along the road, because it can be a bit tricky at times. There we go, so there's the glass bottom boat. There's one of the private catamarans that comes in. We had a couple of big super yachts in yesterday. One of the owners of one of the super yachts that was in was Steven Spielberg. We don't know if he was on board, but we did Google his yacht and it cost a cool $15 million. So we do get some quite big boats coming into this harbour. There we go, turn you around. Yeah, we get some quite big boats coming into the harbour, and just further along we get the cruise ships coming in as well. Busy days, cruise ship days. It doesn't affect the campsite at all, so don't let me put that off at all. Like I say, the super yachts come in as well. It's great to come down and watch the super yachts and the sail yachts, but you can actually see them coming in past Camping Argostoli. So when you come in, we've always got our phones out so we can Google who they are, where they've been, how much they're worth. It's great to pass the time of day. I'll just walk you up, just trying to get out of the wind. So just in the background from here is the Captain's Table restaurant. There you go, you can see. It's quite a famous restaurant in Argostoli. It does some lovely, lovely food, fresh fish as well, that they get from the fishermen as they come in. And then just the other side of that is the port side as well. Now I'm just going to walk you up this side. just so you can see how close we are to the main square of Argostoli. I'm not going to walk you around that today. That'll be another Facebook Live, otherwise I'll run out of things to talk about and show you. But as you can see, turn you round. There we go, it's one of the pedestrian walkways, lined with souvenir shops, coffee shops, bars, clothes shops, and that walks you right up to the square of Argostoli. Now in the square of Argostoli, over the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks, they've had live music, bands. It's a great place to go of an evening, full of bars and restaurants, but it's also a great place to go and people watch as well. All the locals go down there with their children and play in the square. It's a great communal place to go for a drink and something to eat. But like I say, I will show you that on another day, otherwise I'll run out of things to talk about. So I hope you've enjoyed my little stroll along the harbour front. There we go. Hope you've enjoyed the little stroll along, a little insight into the harbour and the beautiful view as well. There we go, one more little look for you guys. I'm not sure, I'll pan the camera down into the sea because it is very clear. Oh yeah, and there are some fish down there as well if you can see them. There's some really big fish. But I'll try and get a video of the turtle, guys, and I'll try and get Caravans in the Sun to put it onto the website just so you can see, because it was worth a trip down just to come and see them. But I hope you've enjoyed the walk around today, and I hope to see you next week. Bye, have a good bank holiday.